Well, hello there, and welcome back to our Eat Well video series. I'm Dr. Atkin, and today we're going to talk about weight loss as it relates to diet and supplements. Now, talked a little bit about it on our last video, right? The best way to find the healthiest weight is to get healthy, right? Whatever that may be, whether it's eating right, whether it's balancing hormones, as you focus on getting healthy, you will then feel healthy and your weight's going to follow. But let's talk a little bit about diets because, people come in all the time and they say, well, what about this diet and what about that diet? And from my experience, I've found that what most diets agree with is that we need to get rid of all of the processed foods and sugars and all those other unhealthy things that we're taking. And I'll bet you about 80% of the benefits that come from dieting come from just getting rid of all the junk that we're eating. Some diets say, well, we should only eat this and we shouldn't eat that type of vegetable. And, they have all these different rules and regulations and things like that. And, once again, if that's what floats your boat, go for it, right? Here's my diet. Eat 80-90% of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, beans, nuts, and seeds, right? Eat the healthiest things, whole foods. That's going to be beneficial. But I've had people come in and they've been on a straight carnivore diet. I don't even, once again, in my book, I don't think we should eat a whole lot of meat. We'll talk more about that on a different video. I've had other people come in who did keto or the Atkins diet. No, that wasn't my long lost relative. I'm Dr. Atkin, not the Atkins diet. But once again, there may be value to all those different diets out there. All I'm concerned with, and what I hope you'll be focused on as well too, is changing the way that you eat in a sustainable way so that you can continue to do it for years and years to come. When we made the transition, it's probably been 10, 12 years ago now, we made a big transition and my wife had some big goals to lose some weight. And she had an aunt who had successfully done an HCG diet, which is taking some type of a hormone that's, quite frankly, 10 years ago, I don't even remember the details of what the HCG diet was, but she was taking these drops. And she started off by loading on all kinds of calories and then started taking the drops and then was restricted to what she was eating. It was like 500 calories a day. It was a temporary thing. It lasted a couple of weeks. And quite frankly, she dropped quite a bit of weight. She was excited for it. Her aunt had done well with it. And we thought that was fantastic. Now, we had already committed to fundamentally changing the way that we ate. And so when she dropped that 10, 15, 20 pounds, I don't even remember what it was, but it was significant. When she dropped that, we then shifted right into healthier eating. And she kept the weight off. It was a fantastic catalyst for weight loss. And so even though I look back at it and I think, I'm not necessarily telling everybody to go do the HCG diet, but there are some restrictive diets that can come up with some good early results. And there's no reason not to do it, as long as you're committed to changing the way that you eat in a long-term sustainable way so that you can keep it off. Rachel kept the weight off. Her aunt went back to eating the way that she ate. Her aunt gained all the weight back. And sometimes it's even more because we when we restrict ourselves, all of a sudden we have to overeat after that. And so once again, if you need a catalyst program, absolutely. If you're wondering if this diet or that diet is what you should do, my answer is, well, if it's sustainable, go for it. But focus on the fundamental principles that are going to change it. Sometimes we need to learn how to control appetite a little bit, and our brain tricks us into thinking we're hungry when we're not. And so sometimes there's supplements available to help suppress that appetite. One that I like is Dr. Christopher's, I believe it's an appetite formula. There's another one called the MetaBurn herbal weight loss formula. I'll link them to you here. But what that's doing is it's providing on an herbal basis certain herbs that are going to nourish your organs that are going to start suppressing appetite. Not in a way that, I don't want this to be a way that is then going to cause you not to eat. It's more like a matter of when you're eating healthy, but your brain doesn't want to stop. Sometimes herbs and supplements are very beneficial in helping you do that. And so once again, there's a lot of good weight loss products out there. Anything that brings high nutrition, low calories, is safe and is in the whole herb form, most of them aren't going to hurt. Once again, if you're not going to eat a sustainable, healthy way, none of that matters. And so some of these, just don't get sidetracked by the things that don't actually matter. Don't get sidetracked by saying, I'm going to lose all my weight by supplements and some crazy diet. Use it if you like it. Use things that aren't going to hurt you. Use things that make you feel good, but focus on fundamentally changing the way that you eat and addressing any underlying conditions that are keeping you from being healthy. And as you live healthier, once again, you're going to find that ideal weight. Can't wait to help you get there. Love to help you be a part of that journey, and we'll talk to you soon.